Good morning or good afternoon, wherever you may be, or good evening or good night. This is Jen at Jen's Arty Inclinations, a place to create, share and play.
I'm back with the 2022 Doodle Challenge May, and I'm just adding another little one in because I thought I might do up a few page borders. Having a limit in the prompts, the way that Leigh at Leigh's Art Studio and Julie at Art and Junk Journals with Julie, they're the hosts of this challenge. But having a prompt in the way that they run the challenge, it really helps because it gives you a limit and it gives you just a different way of thinking. And the main prompt was geometric this month. And so I've actually, it's kind of just made me discover all different things that, I can muck about and play with my doodling. I've tried to do a lot of limiting myself to using geometric shapes. And so by that I mean angular lines and things like that. Like I have used circles within it, but yeah, it's been really fun to just try out some different things. So here, as you can see, I'm just doing some really simple page borders, and I'm actually doing this in one of my notebooks. Something that I like is I love doing, what they now call bullet journals, but I love doing little notebooks for myself. I usually number all the pages first, and so that way I can just open the book and take a note anywhere. It's just the way that my brain works. But I really do like having different little dividers and borders in my book as I'm making notes because, it's just more appealing to look at. It's nice to have little doodles, Sometimes on the line paper I'll just do a little picture. It's no big deal. So then once I did a couple of edges, I thought, I'm going to have a little play, and I just did a whole row of just whatever came into my head of borders. So the first one is just simply dots, and sometimes that's awesome when I'm making notes on something, whatever, like it might be, a school meeting, an autism workshop, a social valorisation event, a art workshop, chatting to your insurance, whatever. And sometimes just dots are great to just divide something or really make it pop and stand out, that sort of thing. So, yeah, I love finding all different ways, and because I tend to be a bit arty, sometimes just a simple line, it's just not enough. And I need to oftentimes doodle while people are talking. It helps me hear them and helps me think. And as you can see, just adding a box around those dots, how simple is that? And it just makes it, stand out a little bit more finished, whatever. I love doing these little ones. I'll do little diamonds in between the little bracket, or I'll do a little dot or that sort of thing. I tend to do that one quite a bit actually. And doing these boxes where you divide them is also another really easy, really quick way to do a page edge or a border, and zigzags again. So having the geometric challenge in this month, it really helped me just remember some of those things. And sometimes I often will do a little page of marks or things like this. So I might be practicing flowers, I'll do a little page of flowers, or I might be practicing here today some dividers and borders, so I'll practice those kind of shapes and lines. And I think that that's really important. Sometimes, like I've been doing lots of junk journaling, and within that I've been doing lots of flowers and lots of sketching and lots of watercolours and stuff lately, and so I haven't been doing as many geometrics and page borders, so having something to go back to and to refer to is handy, but also it's nice to just build your repertoire up. I'm amazed at how just simple lines can be so effective. I really like the one that I've done there that's just a couple above. It's the one that has the little line with the dot in between the triangles, like so simple, yet just, looks cool. And of course, can't help but do all these old ones that I've been doing for years, like this little one that goes around itself like a spiral, but it's a square spiral. The one above it that's, just two lines opposing each other as you go through. So it's like a crosshatch, but it's done in a line instead. yeah, they're very satisfying. They're very fun. They tend to help lend themselves to, different ideas even that you're putting down. And I mean, I do love those Aztec-y tribal kind of shapes. So, that's right, I did 2 pages. Forgot about that. So I hope everyone has been really well. I'd love to hear how you've been. And when I say I'd love to hear how you've been, it's okay to say, actually, it's been a bit rubbish and complex lately, because I got to tell you, that's what my life has been like just lately. Getting back into the swing, nothing's changed, but sometimes it just gets on top of you, doesn't it? So here we are. I'm doing, that's right, the little diamonds inside. Again, just you think that you've come up with every way on how to use a zigzag or a diamond, and then you just draw another one and suddenly you do something different with it. So I really do implore, is that the word? No, encourage. I encourage everybody to have a go, have a bit of a mucking about. And again, I've said this in another video recently where I was just doing some more simple squiggly page edges, but these are really handy in junk journals, especially if you do the plain ones. It can just give a really nice little prompt for anybody else who's writing on that page or yourself in the future. Even if it's just a few through the book, I quite like a bit of a hand-drawn element. And I'm just, it's not everybody's cup of tea, but it's something else that you can try, something else when you're a bit stuck for an idea. Try a bit of a doodle. You can do it in the corner. Now here, notice I've done it with a finer pen with the actual zigzaggy bit. And then I've used a thicker pen to do a curvy line on the top. And so that just gives it another effect that you can see. A bit of contrast, always nice. And there you can see, to get those triangles, you're better to just do a line across what you've drawn in the background, and then you can get your triangles looking like they're top and bottom of the same line. Here, it's kind of zigzags, but it's just doing a few extra lines as you're zigzagging across, and sometimes that's a way to vary it up. Interesting what you can come up with. Now here, what did I do? All right, so I just did, I did some lines behind it. And again, that just gives it some interest, some texture, makes the front pop. And so, nice one. Simple squares, always good. Little coloured in squares and little coloured in circles. They're just so easy and yet look so good. Because in a page of writing, that really does stand out. What's next? As I said, this is my second video. There are still people putting up videos, so I really do encourage everybody, go and check them out. There are, my goodness, some amazing pieces of art just from doodling, and the ideas that you see as you're watching these wonderful, wonderful YouTubers and their talent. And I haven't gone in to check out Instagram recently. I must check out that too. And again, don't feel like you have to put up a video or an Instagram or join the Facebook group. It'd be great if you did. I love seeing other people's talent and their work and what they bring. It's amazing how often someone goes, I don't like it. But then when somebody else sees it, they absolutely love it. I always think that you've got to be brave and put out the work that even you don't like sometimes, because you even have, that you have different taste to everybody else. And that piece will be somebody else's taste. Quite amazing and phenomenal. But yeah, even if you don't feel like you can share it in Instagram or Facebook or YouTube, do it at home for yourself. It's really fun. So go and watch everybody. It'd be great to give them some encouragement and like their videos, subscribe to their channels, leave a comment if you can. It's just a load of fun, and it's really lovely seeing what everybody else puts together. So yeah, do that. I really hope everybody does. I don't know, I love what our lovely Caroline says, that it's Doodle Day, woohoo. It is always a fun day, and I love doing Leigh and Julie's collage challenge as well. So what am I doing here? Another page, just seeing how it goes. Alrighty. Oh yeah, one of the old classics. I think this might even be a Zentangle kind of line work, but this is where it looks like the actual lines overlap in the peaks. And so then when you do the whole row, it just gives you, a really nice, fun effect. Fun effect. I've actually been lucky enough to grab a couple of nights away to myself just to recharge. Really, really needed it. And I'm in Canberra, so I just went up the road to a really nice hotel that we have here. I went to see the most fabulous show on Saturday night. It was Two Peas in a Podcast. They are two mums of teenage twins who happen to have some disabilities, but it's not their kids' story, it's their story. And they are funny. And so, yeah, go check out their podcast. It doesn't matter if you're in the world of disability or not. There's something in there that relates to everybody in this world. And let's face it, disability is just another part of the human condition. And truly, the most wonderful thing for me was managing to catch up with some of just my favourite women on the planet who I haven't seen for a few years, who are in this kind of similar life to myself. And isn't it wonderful when you see people again who you have such a strong love and connection with? It's it's special. So yeah, that was really, really lovely. So that's been my weekend. And anyway, here we are at the final little bit. You can see that I'm just flipping through the different little borders that I created. I hope you enjoyed. You can like and subscribe below. And as always, keep creating. I'll see you on the flip side.